Welcome to episode 4, Wailord from Pokémon. Today we're going to begin doing Wailord. Let's begin. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is draw a nice big and wide circular part here. This is already a little thinner than I'd like, so I'm going to just kind of flatten it out and curve it on it to look almost like a whole big piece of a circle there. That's a lot rounder. Good. And again, you can tell that when I do this, I'm doing light lines at first. Okay. Then down over here, I'd like to make some arcs again, but I don't want it as big. So from that line, I'm going to just kind of do a little bit, maybe over here, and a little bit. I don't want it all the way here to match, so I'm going to kind of bring it in just a little bit. You have your little bit of an egg shape. Let me move the camera down just a little bit so you can see. Actually, move that up. Okay. Next. Over here, closer to the top part where it kind of starts going out, I'm going to draw. Bloop. And then over here, about halfway between this line, I'm going to draw a big line like that. Now, I just want to connect them with a little bit of a swoosh. Swoosh. There we go. Now, we're going to draw some fins. The first one I'm going to draw is kind of like a triangle, but it's going to be a little bit of a curved line right there. And then a straight line connecting. And then this one, I'm now going to add a little bit more of a line right there. And I'm going to draw a straight line. What's kind of neat though, if you end up shading this part, it actually looks like the flipper's moving a little bit. So, kind of adds a little three-dimensional layer there. For shading, since we're talking about that, the next one I'm going to also draw is a light line from about right here, and I'm going to bring it all the way up to about right here. So I'm going to connect these lines here, and these are super light, but it's just going to add for two different shades. The actual Wailord has light blue up here, and this would be just a different shade, a little bit darker. Okay, so with that, I'm going to start by drawing another flipper or fin. And let's see here. This first one, I'm going to draw, it's going to kind of brush up a little bit over this, and it's also going to be hitting this line a little bit, so kind of like that. And then it can be maybe a little curvy, like that. You can add a few lines, but I notice that I'm seeing that background there. Okay. A little bit of lines. We have another one. And so I'm going to have just a little bit of space between these two here. And it's going to go from here, about right about right there. I'm going to go whoosh, and I'm going to hit that line. And then this one's going to go straight line. And then it's going to go whoosh, just kind of bring it in. I'm going to make mine just a little bit bigger. I'm looking at the picture as I am drawing with you. And again, this is my first try. And instead of making it bigger, I realize that it barely goes over this. So yeah, I'm gonna make changes. You are watching the process of copying a picture directly. So you might make similar changes. So with that, I'm gonna just make this line barely go over this one. Big straight line, and then bring it back in. So I'm making lots of changes here just to make sure that it gets the right way, and I'm going to just make this line flatter. So sorry for those of you that have been erasing with me. Little lines like that can be a challenge sometimes. So final. Okay. Next, let's draw an eye. This eye. There you go. And then finally, tiny little triangle right here. So I'm going to go like this, just a tiny one, and a big fat triangle like that. And then we're going to show that it's attaching by kind of drawing a little bit of a line like that. You can see it through. I'm just going to erase it gently. And he is finished off. We're going to draw a line right between these two. And then, if you want to do it Pokemon style, a few lines down, down. Now, what's going to really make this pop, well, to show the setting, is I'm now going to erase the bottom part of it, not all the way, but unless your whale's up in the air or outer space, which is totally cool, a lot of times he's in the water. So we can draw the different waves. You can see waves are not always just one line. So he's in the water there, and he's just swimming around as happy as can be. You can add cool extra details on him and have lots of fun drawing this cool Pokemon. Hope you guys have fun, and be sure to share your pictures with me.